Hey, what's up guys, Lux here bringing you a new video, and we are back with another Lego Minecraft in Minecraft comparison video, and this time we're going to be doing set 21172, the Ruin Portal, a nice 2021 set that went a little bit under the radar for me at the beginning, but it was still an awesome one once I finished completing it and building it and all that. And yeah, I never made a rebuild of this in Minecraft, so I decided to do it right now. This is a nice small set, but it has a lot compact into it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So first off, as always, we're going to start with the minifigures, and first off, in front of you, you have Steve. Now, this set, very unique because it's one of the first sets that came with netherite gear and equipment. As you can see here with the Steve, he is decked out in full netherite armor. He's got the helmet, he's got the chest plate, and he's got obviously the leggings and boots. With the figure as well, they made a new mold for the helmet, so in there, right, covers up the majority or a good amount of the face compared to regular, diamond helmet, iron helmet, stuff like that. And as you can see in game, it does the very similar thing here. It covers up more of the face than regular helmets would otherwise. Of course, with that, we also get a netherite sword, very awesome piece of equipment here. And of course, we got some diamond pickaxes. How else are you gonna get that netherite ore, right? That's pretty good, and he's very decked out. And I mean, to be fair, the set obviously came out and was about the nether update, so if you're exploring a whole new nether region, which has been updated, new mobs, everything, you'll definitely be a little bit more scared. So full netherite, I can understand my guys thinking here. Don't want to get too risky and lose it all out there. So yeah, netherite gear, plus it doesn't burn lava, which is a small little fact. But yeah, that's been the Steve minifigure. Moving on. Next up here, we have the wither skeleton, a mob we don't get too often. We've seen it in polybag, we've seen it in bigger sets, but it's always nice to get here. Definitely a little bit more different and better than just getting another zombie or a regular skeleton. So the wither skeleton is always a good and welcome figure. He's got a stone sword accessory, of course. A very big threat even with just a stone sword in hand. That wither effect can really do a number on you, and obviously if you get real lucky, maybe get a wither head on top of that. Who knows, building a wither in the future, maybe leading to a wither set, because yeah, it's been a while since the last one. But yeah, it's been the wither minifigure. Moving on. Next up, down here we have a pig. Now this is meant to be a hoglin, a baby one, but the only thing is, if I spawn in a hoglin in the overworld, since it's built in the overworld, it's just gonna turn to a zombie hoglin. I think this is probably better, much easier. I guess the idea across, and not one-to-one accurate. The main thing I wanted to replicate was the build, but this is meant to be representing a hoglin. It's smaller than a full adult hoglin, so it's on par with a baby one. And that's what it's trying to represent here, just so you don't have a zombie one here shaking the entire time, and so it doesn't grow out of its little container here as well. But yeah, that's been what is meant to represent a baby hoglin. Moving on to the last figure of the set, this being a purple sheep. Now, like I mentioned before, this was a baby, but now it grew up in game. So either way, it does give the same vibes off. Here we have our first purple sheep, a beautiful bright purple here, and awesome to see the colors being expanded on for the sheeps and just overall in this Lego Minecraft set. And of course in game here, you get a very accurate color, very nice looking one as well. So always nice to get more additions to your farm collection. And this baby sheep, which you can honestly very easily turn into an adult sheep, fits in very well. So it's been the purple sheep. Now that we're done looking at the figures, we can now take a look at the build. So taking a look at the build here, as you can see, there is one side that is the overworld and the other side being the nether here, both having like waterfalls. In the middle, it's a little bit out of center here. That was a mistake I did do, but either way, you get the idea across. You can see that the water is on the overworld side, the lava is on the nether side. Trying to be a little bit symmetrical, but also have a unique aspect on each side. So on the front here, we're going to start with the overworld portion. Here we do have a furnace, as well as it's next to some gold ore, so not bad to be getting here, especially since you're obviously going to the new nether. You could find some piglins you can trade with, but just an awesome, nice little addition there to give a little bit more variety to this cave. The cave, I mean, obviously it's in the overworld, like close to the surface, but you guys already know at this point, even if the cave is in the surface, it's meant to represent like it's underground. You're not gonna build something super deep just to represent that. But anyways, we also have a lantern here, a more new addition to Minecraft as well from the Nether update. Moving right up here, we see the sheep and just a continuation of the land. You can see it goes uphill all the way up to the Nether Portal, which has a little bit of variety in the build. This is meant to be a ruin portal, so when you find ruin portals, they're going to have some of this crying obsidian. Very rarely is it always filled out or maybe close to complete, so when you do find it, it's a nice surprise here. They do decide to give us a complete ruin portal. That, or the Steve here, finished it himself. So either way, we have a complete portal here. Very awesome to see. At the top, you do sometimes find some gold blocks just straight up sitting there, or even sometimes at the ground level. Here, the LEGO designers decided to put it on the top, and I think it definitely fits in very well. Surrounded by a little bit of stone, and with even more stone on the sides, with some nice steps leading to it. So I've definitely seen a lot of people trick out, like they just find a ruined portal and just make it nice all around, which I think this is what Steve decided to do here as well. Nice contrast between regular and crying obsidian. Love that. So moving on to the Nether side, we can see here a little bit more of what the new update for Nether has to offer. So exiting the port, you're going to see a little bit of the new type of blocks you can find in both the red and blue biomes here, both representing different mobs you can find in that area. Red, you can expect more piglins. In the blue, you can expect more endermans, just things of that nature. So you include the two different mushroom types you can find there, the blue and the red, as well as a little bit of netherite here underneath this cave. There are natural caves in Nether. Sometimes you can find netherite in there. I think it's way rarer though. Usually you want to dig for them yourself, but hey, if you get extremely lucky, you might find some netherite like we do right here. We of course see a nice little lava pool. You can't expect to see a lot of lava next to netherite, so beware when you're mining for that, as well as a lava fall to boot, because there's definitely a lot of lava falling in the Nether in addition to pools. So moving right down along here, we can see the new trees that are included here. This is a red version. I love that they added trees in Nether, and I love the texture it has here. Obviously here in Lego form, they didn't really try to add too much texture to the tree, more so just, you know, to represent that it's red, but here in game, way more texture. One thing they do add is these new vines, the red vines here. They do include that in the Lego set, and of course in game here you can see how nice it looks coming from the tree with the thick, I mean, are these even leaves anymore? I'm gonna call them like fungus or something. Definitely fits these Nether trees in the end. But anyways, guys, that is gonna do it. Again, a nice small set. This is around $30, and I mean, you definitely get what you paid for. Again, this being the first set that includes netherite and things like that. It was definitely a very desirable set at the time. It still has some very desirable aspects. Obviously, you have a Nether portal here, a functioning one actually. If you're curious on how that works, I'll leave a review of the set down below. We have the purple ship here, and just I like sets that like contrast each other, and of course you do get that with a Nether and an overworld section. I love the idea here. Definitely knocks it out of the park and translates very well, I'd say. No issue whatsoever into Lego and Minecraft forms. So anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for this video today. I do hope you enjoyed. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Consider becoming a member to keep fitting this addiction, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good and safe rest of your day. Adios.